What's going on? It's your boy Sermon at Sermon's Domain on Twitter. If you were to put the Dedication series on a chart, you would see that 1 and 2 really soar high. And then when it hits the third installment, it kind of goes down a bit. Even though I did enjoy some parts of 3, it really couldn't live up to the unreal expectations set by 1 and 2. For me, 4 was forgettable, so we continue to go down. And then 5 was surprisingly a lot better than the last 2. So I would bring it up a little bit. In 2017, I'm still listening to that record from Dedication 5, Still Got the Rock. I like that. It was an original song. And then some of the freestyles too are memorable as well. I mean, Columbia comes to mind. Wayne is unpredictable. He can still really go off on records, but in smaller doses. It's not like a Drought 3 where every song is just insane, crazy, and dope and you can't really skip anything. No, with Wayne it's like, okay, you're gonna get a good verse here and there. So my question is, was Dedication 6 a necessity? Did the series need to continue? In some ways, maybe yes and no. I feel like yes, because Wayne still has something to prove, which sounds crazy considering he's been in the game for, about over 20 years now. So it's kind of like, does Wayne really have more to prove? And I think, yeah, because he hit his pinnacle in like 2007, 2008, and he's still been on a steady decline since. So you want to show people that you can still rap, that you can still go hard. And I think that is one of the reasons why Wayne continues to do these dedication tapes. So it's time to find out what we get with Dedication 6. Is this a good mixtape or is this a bad mixtape? So kicking it off, let's start with my favorite songs, the first of which is titled Fly Away. It's been a long time since I heard DJ Drama talk his stuff, and it feels like I wanted to have it on the record. I'll be the first to admit that a Gangsta Grillz mixtape in 2017 and even the last few years hasn't meant a lot. Drama's trash talking or Drama's intros and interludes and outros, they've been kind of like predictable. I mean, he always says, and like that, we gone. Like, I get it. You have a catchphrase, but I think you need to attach more to that catchphrase. You listen to the early Gangsta Grillz mixtapes and you feel Drama's presence. He was supposed to be there. He sounded excited to be a part of it. And I think that comes back on Dedication 6. Drama's presence isn't huge, but it's still there, so you know, like, damn, DJ Drama is still a part of this series. What you get with Fly Away is the closest to vintage Weezy, I would say, like, in a long time. This is Wayne really flying off and doing, punchline after punchline. And while some of the punchlines don't necessarily, they don't hit as hard as old Wayne, they're still good. I think Wayne is doing well with having the lines and the flow sort of really match what he's doing. So I don't have a lot of quotables for Fly Away, but I will say that I was never like disappointed in a line. I wasn't listening, I'm like, damn, that line sucked. No, he was consistent throughout. And with Fly Away, if I didn't mention it before, he takes on the 2 parts of Kendrick Lamar's DNA beat. I think the most quotable lines, or the most memorable ones, I should say, were his various takes on DNA. I think if you are not really paying attention, you might have missed these lines, but throughout the song, at least the first half, he talks about like the 3 things that make up his DNA, or 2 things that make up his DNA. And so, like, 2 examples of that was, I got Doja, narcotics, and activists as DNA. You take the first letter from each of those, you got DNA. I got Dracos, Ninos, automatics, that's my DNA. And so I thought, damn, those were some nice creative lines right there. My other favorite song is called Young. Look, Wayne is someone who knows how to be charismatic. I think that is part of the reason why he was the best rapper alive for a hot minute. He doesn't just hit you with some hard-hitting lines. He has the complete package with it. For G-Eazy's No Limit beat, which I should point out sounds more like a YouTube rip. This is not him getting the beat straight from the producer. And that's probably one of the biggest problems on Dedication 6, is that he never reaches out to these people. Like, you know Mike Will made it. You know Mike would send you the beat if you asked for it. So it's kind of like, why is Wayne being subjective to these remakes or these YouTube rips? You can clearly hear that they're different. And so that's the case with No Limit. But for this, he really analyzed the breakdowns in the beat and adjusted his delivery and flow accordingly. That's something that I really enjoyed about the song. Aside from that, though, I also appreciate that Wayne says hilarious things without trying to make them seem like they're hilarious. It's almost like he says a line and moves on to the next one without trying to make it seem like, ha, you're supposed to laugh at this. But I did laugh at it. There were several lines in Young that were entertaining to me. He says, I lie about my height on Tinder. I can't imagine Wayne being on Tinder, let alone, like, if you're a woman matching with him. That would be really crazy. Her vagina about to cry me a river. Again, another nice flip on, you know, Wayne and his vagina, pussy type of lines. It's amazing that in 2017 he can still have a line that does sound good. Because a lot of his, you know, pussy lines are just like, really, come on, Wayne. But this one I actually liked. And then the last line, he says, and for dessert I have the cutie pie. So he kind of like stops in between cutie pie, you know, as like a, you know, like a joke type of thing. It's a nice delivery, the way he says it on the song. Real quickly, my two honorable mentions are Bank Account and New Freezer featuring Gutta Gutta. Again, he just spazzes on both of these songs, and that's why I enjoyed them as much as I did. The worst part of Dedication 6 is all the guest features not named Corey Gunz. Wayne has been putting on Euro, Hoodie Baby, and Baby E on every one of his projects since the Cash Money troubles began a few years ago. And I just feel like none of them have really said anything that made me go, yeah, I need to listen to more of him. None of these guest features have been hitting. They've all just felt like filler pieces in between what Wayne was doing. Nicki Minaj on 5 Star is pretty much the same verse that we've been hearing all year. You got lines about how these bitches are her sons and, you know, something like that. Not necessarily that line, but like that thing, you know, like I'm the queen and all that. She says she'll give you a pap smear. She talks about how her cookies are wanted by all men. And so I'm just like, at what point are we going to stop getting this same Nicki Minaj verse? Now, obviously, her core fan base really enjoy it for some reason, but for me, I like the verse. I'll say that, because I don't want to feel like I'm hating or throwing a lot of shade. I'm not. I just want more for someone like Nicki Minaj. And with another album coming, probably in 2018, it's like, are we going to get a whole album of what you've been delivering in 2017? But I will say that this is the best version of the verse that she's been delivering all year. By the end of Dedication 6, I was satisfied. There are some songs that I would have got rid of, like Suwoo, but for the most part, Wayne is focused. Wayne is back to the closest form that he'll probably get to his prime days. Obviously, if you're going to compare Dedication 6 to Dedication 2 or the Drought 3 or even No Ceilings, you're going to be disappointed. I think that's one of the problems with Wayne, is that he set the bar so high that anything less than that top moment in his career is not going to be enough. I'm guilty of it as well. I mean, there's some stuff that he's put out that's dope, but I think Dedication 6 as a whole, as a complete package, is probably the best thing that he's put out in a long time. At the end of the tape, DJ Drama teases that there will be a part 2. And if it sounds anything like part 1, I say, bring it on. So those are my thoughts on Lil Wayne's new mixtape, Dedication 6, hosted by none other than Mr. Dramatics himself, DJ Drama. After you listen to this mixtape, let me know what you think about it in the comment section below, and then like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, share the video, follow me on Twitter at SermonsDomain, and as always, thank you for your time. I appreciate you for watching, and until next time, peace.